back to the program. Are you excited? He has chanters. My guest tonight, a legendary radio personality making the move to Sirius Satellite Radio on January 9th. Please welcome to the program, Howard Stern. Howard! Sit down.
Hey now. Has anybody ever rolled off the stage here?
Yes.
You know, by the way, how much makeup do you have on?
I have quite a bit of makeup on.
You look fantastic.
Isn't it nice?
This is the second time I've been on television with you on one of your shows.
That's right. On MTV, you were the first guest ever.
John had so many failed television shows, and I was so lucky to be a part of the first one.
You really, I think, set the bar that the guests and I could never attain. Once you came on, you had set this standard.
No, they gave him a show on MTV. He was a young, hip comic. Hip was the key word there. And
yes.
they put him on, and they said, would you be on this guy's show? And I go on, and I said, well, maybe I'll be a lucky charm for you or whatever. And I went on, and we did this great show together, and I think 3 weeks later you were canceled.
I think.
And I was a lucky charm.
You actually said to me, I give this 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I believe on air you said, I give this 6 weeks, and I don't mean to brag, beat you by 2 weeks.
You did. I
don't want to brag.
You did.
But I lasted 8 weeks.
What a show.
I was awfully proud about that.
Now, do you think I'm an egomaniac that I keep staring at myself in the monitor? God, I love that. That's really awesome.
Can you see yourself?
Yeah.
Is there between our skin tones, look at the skin tones, is there a huge difference there?
Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah.
If that is not a Jewy sitcom waiting to happen, that is
Jewy and Jew-man.
Jewy and Jewman.
Yeah, two Jews.
Are you excited? When I came to do the radio show a week ago to say goodbye to Howard Stern on terrestrial radio, I saw fire in the eyes, I saw passion, like I haven't seen from you in quite a while.
That day was gas. But, no, yeah, I am really excited. What happened to me, John, was everyone who listens to my show knows this story, but I'll tell it to the people who don't know. The FCC started fining me in 1987, and they took the life essence out of my show. My show was always outrageous. I could do whatever I wanted. When I came on the scene, I would just sort of go wild, free thought, and that's what I think made it different. I think it was maybe the first reality show ever. And what happened, as they started to fine us, they beat us down every day. Topics were taken off the air. I got censored more and more. Dump buttons were hit every time I opened my mouth. And essentially, for me, it ruined the show. And I think I didn't realize how much sort of my spirit was taken away with the show.
Are you saying Howard Stern was dying inside?
I was dying inside. I was crumbling. And yeah, it was bad. It was not what I wanted to do in life. And I came to the decision that either I was going to leave radio or, thanks to Sirius Satellite Radio.
Which you were not allowed to say Sirius Radio for a time? Was it, you had to call it?
Yeah, well, I couldn't call it Sirius Radio because Viacom, the company that I worked for, was that you worked for, that actually was very threatened. Yeah. They didn't want me promoting Sirius Satellite Radio.
You think they're going to be mad about it?
Yeah, I'm sure you weren't. And by the way, are they paying you anything for this show? Comedy Central is infamously cheap. Many years ago, when Comedy Central did the worst. You know, everybody was wondering what happened to Dave Chappelle. He went mental because they wouldn't pay him. He said to me he thought it was a racial thing. It's not a racial thing. They don't pay anybody. Ask Jon Stewart. But no, it was...
They were going to give you, how much were they going to get? They would have paid you anything. It wasn't the money.
When Comedy Central was starting,
yes,
they brought me into a meeting. They said, do you have any good ideas? And I said, you know, not really, but here's something I do have. I said, this is just cable. Let me give you a couple of bad ideas.
Right.
No, I laid out an idea for them. I said to them, what would be really great? You know how Robin and I do the news on the show?
Yes.
What if we came on and we did the news and we brought in some people and we just kind of
Like a fake news show.
Like politically incorrect kind of thing was what we were going for. And then I left, and they said, well, we'll pay you to do this. And they told me it was about $4, I think, a day. And I said, no, I'll pass on that. And then I guess they hired Bill to do the show, and he just did fine with it. But they are infamously cheap. And I think with all of your success,
yes, sir,
there's got to be some money being paid to you on this show.
Well, we get our lunches catered now.
Yeah, you do.
Do you like seafood Newburgh?
You know I don't. Not really, no.
Are you worried at all that having limits placed on you, having the FCC, having management issues, drives you? If you remove all that, is that going to take away a little bit of the creative impulse? Are you worried at all that you lose your drive?
I will always be mad at someone. That never goes away.
You will invent the enemy if you need to.
There will be an enemy. I've already had discussions with Sirius about things that we totally disagree on.
Now, what are they seem like they're giving you carte blanche. They're giving you, like, your own channel, another channel, in demand. They're giving you everything.
There's a guy who we have on our show called High Pitch Eric.
He's over there. He's sitting there.
There he is, right there. Yeah. He eats a tremendous amount of food, and I started to wonder, what would one of his bowel movements weigh? But this is how I think. So Sirius
was that in a brainstorming meeting, or
that
this was just something?
This was off the cuff, which is my kind of genius. So we decided to weigh his movements, and we wanted to do it up at Sirius, and Sirius said there was a health code violation. Now on my new channel, we have the Howard 100 News. They cover all things Howard, and they went and did an investigation, and lo and behold, they found out that Sirius was lying. There was no Board of Health code that said we couldn't weigh his bowel movement. So this controversy erupted, and it was a big thing, and I went to war already with Sirius. Come on, let's dance.
This is like Watergate.
Let's go. Come on.
No, I'm not dancing anymore. Sit down. Let me ask you a question.
By the way, what do you think it weighed?
I would say 9 ounces.
You're off. He came in at 1 pound, 2 ounces. Good boy. 3 ounces. 3 ounces.
You know what? I would expect that if you spanked that, it would begin to cry. That's big.
Yeah, that's big. He gave birth.
Let me ask you this. Why did you do it? And again, I'm just following your lead here.
Right.
Why not weigh him, let him go to the bathroom, then weigh him again, and not worry about...
See, I didn't think of that.
You need me.
I feel really dumb. I feel really stupid. Yes, the Jon Stewart show.
So you basically you got down and dirty. Now, who does that handling? You have people.
Look, never mind that. I don't like the way the interview's going. I'm going to tell you how I feel.
All right.
This is a rebirth for me.
Yes.
And I feel really excited about what it is I'm going to be doing over there. This is something exciting. This is getting a chance to invent a whole new medium, to bring people with me. I guarantee you, here's the sales pitch. For $12 a month, you will never go back to listening to regular radio again. Are you a subscriber?
Let me tell you this, Howard Stern.
Tell the truth.
I have been listening to you for most of my life, and I will continue to listen to you as you go over there.
Thank you.
And I've always appreciated your humor. I have to say, I know how hard it is to do something like this for 4 or 5 hours a day, and you do it better than anybody.
Oh, thank you. That's it? That's the whole thing? We're not going to talk about your marriage and what's going on?
That's on your show.
All right, that's good enough.
Howard Stern, Sirius Radio.